So much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional-friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Jack Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Gonna cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes Freak. He fires. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand.
There's your first look this afternoon, folks, at the football field / baseball field in New Rockford, North Dakota. That's the venue today for the North Dakota High School Activities Association quarterfinal round of the 9-man football bracket. So pleased to be here on the PSP Network. The Grant County Flasher Storm, 6-3 on the season, winners of 6 straight, and they will square off against the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets. Undefeated, number 1 in the state, 9-0 are the Rockets. Hi again, football fans. Welcoming you to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Todd Domres from the Crow's Nest in New Rockford today. Wow, what a day. We rolled in from the capital city of Bismarck earlier today, went through some fog to get to New Rockford, and now it has settled into a pretty nice afternoon as we get you the game time temperature today. It's an even 40 degrees with a southeast wind at 13 is the official report right now. It should be a good day for football. Both these teams like to throw a little bit. Both these teams like to run it a little bit. Should be an entertaining contest today. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. 15-minute oil changes in locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Well, here's some of the particulars. Grant County Flasher, as mentioned, 6-3. Their head coach, Jamie Krenz, in his 28th season, the number 1 seed out of Region 7. And the number 1 New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets, 9-0 on the season, Elliot Belquist, the 16-year head coach of the Rockets. And, folks, this is the first all-time meeting between the Storm and the Rockets today. And these two teams got here in convincing fashion, we'll call it, as last week, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, the Rockets took care of the defending state champion North Prairie Cougars 46-8 in their opening round game, and Grant County Flasher Storm at home scored late to defeat Central McLean 22-14, and so Central McLean had been receiving votes in that final poll. So sets up to be an awesome afternoon of football today. We will get to much more of the particulars. We'll dig into the matchup. We'll get you the numbers. We'll talk about this You talk about rockets. This is a nuclear rocket offensive attack. A team that's averaging up over 60 points a game, folks. We'll talk about that. We'll get you some player profiles. We'll set up the action and then give you some scores and a BNC scoreboard update. And we'll have much more as our pregame show rolls on from New Rockford. Getting set for the Storm and the Rockets. More after this break on the PSP Network.
Brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Well, there was the scene when our PSP crew came rolling into New Rockford earlier today. That's Main Street, folks. We just passed the Eddy County Courthouse. New Rockford, the county seat for Eddy County. Population 1361 according to the 2020 census. Rolling right down Main Street there. Nice community here in New Rockford. There's a craft fair going on at the Eagles Club, so got a nice golf course, swimming pool. And folks, the team at New Rockford has rolled out the red carpet for us. So thanks to Elliot Belquist, the AD, and the football coach for welcoming us here on the PSP Network. We are glad to be here for quarterfinal football action today. Todd Domres from the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. No appointment needed. Stay in your car. No time is wasted. Technicians perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. All right, we mentioned the bracket. Let's take a look at that right off the get-go here. Here's that 9-man bracket. Obviously, we're in New Rockford today for the number 2 seed, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets and the Grant County Flasher Storm. Of course, you got Lemoore Litchfield Marion hosting South Prairie Max today. Linton HMB hosting Cavalier. And Winemere Lidgewood is at West Hope Newburgh Glenburn. And right off the cuff, let's get you a BNC scoreboard update here as nearing halftime. Lemoore Litchfield Marion is putting one on South Prairie Max as we get you a BNC scoreboard update here. The Lobos leading 38-0. West Hope Newburgh Glenburn is shutting out Winemere Lidgewood with 1 minute left in the half. 18-0 is your score there. And, of course, our game here just getting underway, as it is also a 2 p.m. start for Linton HMB and Cavalier. There's your 9-man bracket. And let's take a quick shot at that A bracket tonight, or this afternoon. As you've got Kindred hosting Shiloh today. Kindred, the Vikings, the number 1 seed on top, 25-0 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Out west, an early start in Killdeer today. You got the Killdeer Cowboys and Langdon area Edmore Munich all tied up at 7. Velvet Drake Animus Garrison hosting Harvey Wells County, and Central Cass hosting Bishop Ryan. Those games yet to get underway. There's your A brackets in the football playoffs. And of course, our schedule, man, we had a 5-pack of games over the weekend here. 3 games in 3A and 2A football last night, and 2 more today. You can find that Harvey Wells County and Velvet Drake Animus game on the PSP network, along with the contest here between the Storm and the Rockets. And fans, be sure to like and follow us on our social media channels. These last 2 weekends, we've had over 30,000 views of our football broadcasts, and so we thank each and every one of you for tuning in. And like and follow us, subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, PSP, one of the fastest growing media companies in the state of North Dakota. Todd Domres in the broadcast booth on your Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. So good to have John Haugen running the cameras and producing for us today. You get a look at that new Rockford Sheyenne huddle right there, and the Rockets. Let's talk about them for just a second. Man, you want to talk about a team that has put it together. A nuclear offense, I call it. They got speed. They spread you out. They got some brawn, and they got a back in Carter Engelbretson that's going to run it between the tackles, and then he can bounce it outside with the best of them. He's a big guy. And, yeah, this football team, folks, averages 60.8 points a game, over 60 points a game for the Rockets, and they just give up 6. So that is a combination right there. When you can play offense like them, and then you have a stingy defense that has 3 shutouts, and in 7 of their 9 games, they've held their opponents to less than 8 points, and the most points they've given up is 14. Yeah, this team is good, and they are undefeated and number 1 in the state for a reason. And, yeah, they just have a confidence to them right now. You can just hear it when you talk to Coach Belquist and the folks around this new Rockford Sheyenne Maddock football team. Yeah, they're looking to get back to the Dakota Bowl. They've been there 5 times. Lost the first 4 times. Maddock in 2001, lost to Strasburg Zeeland in 2002. Maddock again lost to Linton HMB. Then New Rockford Sheyenne got there in 2003 and 2004. So they made 4 straight trips, losing all of them. They were not co-opted at that point in time, but still, now they're all co-opted. New Rockford Sheyenne lost to Linton HMB in 2003. 2004, New Rockford Sheyenne lost to Edgeley Culm, and then in 2012, the New Rockford Sheyenne Rockets and head coach Elliot Belquist won a state title, their first and only state title, 40-22 over Divide County. The Rockets bring back 10 seniors and a crew, folks, that is just littered with upperclassmen. They bring any subs in, they're all juniors and seniors. So this is a battle-tested football team that is loaded for more, and a high-powered offense and a stingy defense. That is a pretty good combination. We'll take a timeout. Our pregame rolls on. When we come back, we'll dig in and find out a little bit more about what makes the Grant County Flasher Storm tick under their 28th-year head coach, Jamie Krenz. We'll do that and have much more as we're closing in on the kickoff today from New Rockford, the 9-man quarterfinals. Grant County Flasher and New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. More coming up after this timeout on the PSP Network.
We are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
For those of you in southwest North Dakota, you'll recognize this little crown jewel on Highway 49. You saw the Hart River, and then there's the Hart Butte Dam, the Hart Butte Reservoir, and the good old Lake Chida. And there's the glory hole right there. That baby was built in 1949. Boating, camping, fishing, cabins, recreation. And for anybody that's been out on Lake Chida, as I've been camping there a few times, it is truly a crown jewel of that area. We like to bring you the sights and the sounds for these two teams, and that's a cool one down there, just 15 miles north of Elgin. There's Lake Chida. All right, fans, we're back in New Rockford. Our pregame show today brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Captains are out on the field right there. They just had the official coin toss. And let's talk a little bit now about the Grant County Flasher Storm and their head coach, Jamie Krenz, in his 28th season. Century grad, an NDSU kid, Coach Krenz, and his team is hot. They've won 6 straight. They lost their first 3 contests, and since then, they've been playing some really good football. And last week in the opening round, they defeated Central McLean 22-14. This is a team that they got a powerful group of guys up front, and then they mix playmakers along with them. And the number 1 seed out of Region 7 puts up 28 points a game, gives up 15 points a contest. They'll be the team that they'll want to play a little slower pace today than New Rockford Sheyenne does. New Rockford Cheyenne's going to spread you out and just sling that baby all over the field. A little more of a calculated approach for Grant County Flasher Storm, but they will be effective today, and it's a team that's had all kinds of success. Six straight trips to the playoffs, and they've been in the quarterfinals 5 of those 6 years. So the Grant County Flasher Storm, that co-op is made up of Flasher, Carson, Elgin, and New Leipzig, and they got 1 state title to their credit all the way back in 1976 when the Elgin Dutchmen defeated Devils Lake St. Mary's 28-22, and they've been to 1 Dakota Bowl. That was in 1993. Flasher Carson lost to Sargent Central by a touchdown, 14-21. So this is a team that's looking to make some noise. They've been in the playoffs a lot. This quarterfinal round has been a bit of a bugaboo, and we'll see if the Storm can advance to the semifinals. They'll have to earn it today against number 1 New Rockford Cheyenne. I know a few fans from Grant County Flasher. Man, the folks down at the Branded Bar and Grill in Flasher, Will and Joni Rosso, I guarantee that place is filled up with Storm fans, and they're decked out in their red today, tuning into the PSP network, cheering on their Storm, and couldn't say more good things about the Branded Bar and Grill in Flasher. We stopped in there last week after the game in Elgin, and they rolled out the red carpet for us, so thanks to them. Hey, fans, we couldn't do it without all of these local sponsors that bring you today's game. I'm just going to mention them in succession. We'll talk about these folks more as we go along, but helping bring you today's broadcast is the Family Vision Clinic with locations in Elgin and Bismarck. WRT, your local broadband provider. Fitterer Gas and Oil. Morgran Sioux. Wutsky Electric in Elgin. Hager Excavating in New Rockford. Bank Forward. Community Credit Union. PJ Farm Supply. Morgan Lease Insurance Service, and NDTC. You can find more about the fine folks at NDTC at gondtc.com. Our thanks to all those folks for helping bring you today's broadcast from New Rockford. All right, fans, we are getting ever so close to the lineups, the kickoff, the national anthem. We'll have much more when we come back to New Rockford, the Storm, and the Rockets coming up next on the PSP Network. I'm going to go right to our national anthem. Now, like we always do on the PSP Network, I'd like to honor America, bring you that national anthem today from New Rockford. Man, it's quite an environment here. They, like every small town does, they surround the field. You got people in their tailgates. You got all kinds of folks. Yeah, it's a cool environment here. All right, fans, let's take a look at your starting lineups. First off, for Grant County, they'll be bringing out this defense to start the contest today. Up front, they're going to have Landon Zinker. Nose guard is C.L. Weinberger. Christian Stewart back in the lineup. Took that cast off this week, and he is going to get some snaps. I don't know how much he'll play today, but he is going to be in the lineup, and they're going to play him as much as they can today, according to Coach Krenz. Ottmer, Fuchs, Freilich, and Weinberger, your linebacking crew. A lot of talent in that group, and then a couple ball hawks in the secondary with a couple of 3 picks apiece. Bonagowski and Trey Hyde. There's your Grant County Flasher defense, who gives up just 15 points a game for the Storm. Here's your New Rockford Sheyenne starting offense, and this is a high-powered crew, as mentioned. They score 60 points a game, folks, and up front it starts there. Alex Weinberger, Brody Weisenberger, and Kaylor Jacobson are those dudes up front, and a good, talented group of receivers. And look at the size here, 6'3", 6'3", 6'3", 6 foot in those receivers, and they're fast. So Easton Benz, the returning first-team All-Stater, Bennett Meyer, Cage Wolford, Paxton Neppel, and then a bruising running back in Carter Engerwitson, and then the guy who stirs the drink, Easton Simon. 38 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions for the QB for the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock offense. They are high-powered. All right, fans, while we have a quick second, let's flip the slate here and let's show you the Grant County offense, Flasher offense, beg your pardon. Brody Freilich, I beg your pardon, just coming off scoring that game-winning touchdown a week ago. He's a tight end. Stewart, Weinberger, Fitterer up front. Bonagowski, Hyde, your wide receivers. Ottmer's your fullback. Jason Weinberger is your running back. And Kelton Freeze, the sophomore quarterback with 12 TDs and 5 interceptions on the season. And they'll square off against this New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock defense Colton Green and Easton Benz will share off at that defensive end position. Then you got Weisenberger, Engebretson, and Alex Weisenberger. They're second cousins, the Weisenberger boys up front. Braden Collier, Cage Wolford, Kaylor Jacobson are your linebacking crew. Paxton Neppel and Bennett Meyer are your corners, and that is a stout New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock defense as they just give up 6 points a game. And listen to this, 12 yards rushing a game. 12 yards rushing a game, and they haven't given up a rushing TD the entire season. All right, fans, we're about set for football. Thanks again to Valvoline Instant Oil Change for bringing you our pregame show today. Timely services that won't slow you down. Technicians perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. So New Rockford Sheyenne will be kicking off. Jackson Schumacher will be doing the kicking duties. And back deep to receive is Bonagaski and Hyde. And we are set for football, folks, from New Rockford. A little bit of a breeze at the back of Schumacher. Hand in the air. And a low end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce off the hand of Hyde. That's going to scuttle into the end zone. And Grant County Flasher will take over 1st and 10 from their 20. Stewart, Weinberger, Fitterer up front, Bonagaski and Hyde your wide receivers, Frelick's the tight end, Ottmer the fullback, Weinberger your running back, and Kelton Fries the senior QB. Stay tuned at halftime, fans. We'll get a word with former basketball coach here at New Rockford Sheyenne. Craig DeMeester will join us. Talk about that 2005 state championship New Rockford Sheyenne basketball team. As it's 1st and 10. Fries fires into the slot. Oh, a little hitch and go. It's caught there by Bonagaski, and he pitches it, and that's going to be a first down. They pitched it to Weisenberger, and so, hey, you got bullets. You might as well fire them. And a little hitch and go immediately is going to get 11 yards and a first down. Fries passes complete to Bonagaski. We'll give Fries a gain of 4 on that, and Weinberger rushes it for 7. 1st and 10, Storm moving left to right. A couple of backs beside him, little cross-buck action, and here comes Trey Hyde. Motoring to the near side, accelerating to the 40, 45, 50, down the sideline, and he bounces out at the 45-yard line. So a couple big plays here for Grant County to get things going. And that's going to be a 19-yard scamper there for Trey Hyde. How about that Swiss Army knife for the Storm? He came out of the ball game last week with over 150 yards of total offense for Grant County Flasher. The kids got 605 yards receiving on the season and 8 TDs, and 278 yards receiving and 3 more TDs, 11 TDs on the season for Trey Hyde. 1st and 10 from the Rockets' 46-yard line. Fries back to pass, looking far sideline. That's a little short. Incomplete, looking for Bonagaski. Fries misses him. As New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock will play a 4-3 defense. Bonagaski will split out wide to the left. This time it's an I backfield. Going to be dotted by Weisenberger. Fries under center. And on 2nd and 10, it's a handoff. Weisenberger, and not much there. He is submarined and tackled there by Braden Collier. Weisenberger will fall ahead. That's no gain. And so now against the sticks, the Storm will be looking at a 3rd down and 10 again from the New Rockford Sheyenne 46-yard line. They just repainted the Rocket at midfield. And the Storm will send a little bunch formation to the right. Bonagaski, the lone receiver, to the left. Fries out of the gun. Rushes on, far sideline, it's caught. Frelick has it, and he's going to drag a defender for a first down. 3rd down and 10, Brody Frelick has it. Collier with another stick for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, but Kelton Freeze with a quick out for 11. First catch for Brody Freilich on the day, and a couple first downs. And the Storm have moved it to the New Rockford Sheyenne 35-yard line. First possession of the game. We're scoreless on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Freeze going to hand it off on a wide side run. Trey Hyde cuts it back, weaving and gashing the defense. It's going to be wrapped up there by Alex Weisenberger. Wraps him up from behind, but a nice gain for Trey Hyde in space. I tell you, Hyde is a guy that is hard to deal with. That's already 2 carries, 28 yards for, I'll call him the scat back, Trey Hyde. Well, this is where New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock gets stingy. You get close to the red zone, and they become tough on defense. 2nd and 1. From the near side hash mark, Freeze back to pass. Looking deep over the middle. He throws it. Bonagaski is back there. Caught. Touchdown! The defender fell down. Bennett Meyer fell down, and Freeze hits Bonagaski for a 27-yard touchdown. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Great time. Freeze was just counting his fingers back there in the backfield, and then he launched it deep downfield. There you see the defender fall down. Bonagaski for 6. Freeze back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck, try to run it. Oh, and he is smacked. Collier stamps him, and the 2-point conversion is no good. But a touchdown timeout, 9:35, check that, 39 to play. First quarter, BNC Bank scoreboard it is. Grant County Flasher 6, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock 0.
For your small business, the best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Ensuing kickoff, bounces, Allmers picks it up at the 20, 25-30, skirts a tackle at the 35, and he's going to be drugged down at the 40-yard line, and that's where New Rockford Sheyenne will take over on their first possession. Grant County on their first offensive possession marched it down the field. 7-play, 80-yard scoring drive for the Storm. And here's this high-powered offense for New Rockford Sheyenne. Simon out of the gun. Handoff straight ahead. Engebretson bouncing off a 1, bouncing off a 2. Flag flies in. He's submarine down there. Fuchs and Freilich knock him down after a gain of 8. And we'll get our Devils Lake Association officiating crew. Will give us our call here. That's going to be a hold against New Rockford Sheyenne. It'll be a little bit downfield, so Engebretson got a couple yards, and it was a hold downfield. Carter Engebretson, 72 carries, 760 yards, 20 TDs for that bruising running back. Simon back to pass, quick hitter. He's got Walford in the slot, and he catches it at the 40, and pile drives his way ahead for the 45-yard line. And it's going to be a 13-yard gain, first completion of the game. Simon to Walford. And they just kind of muddle huddle it, do the Rockets. Simon has a snap back, handoff Engelbretson. He's got space, skips through a tackle, first down and more into Storm territory. 10-yard gain. Weinberger and Bonagaski on the hit for Grant County, but Engelbretson has a gain of 10 on his second carry, first one that counts. And 1st and 10 for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock from the Storm 45-yard line. Engelbretson again, this time angling to his right. Got a block on the edge, turns the corner, skips through another tackle, but he's dropped down on the infield over there. It's like we're back at Oakland Alameda Coliseum with the infield, but there's Engelbretson getting that big burly frame going forward again, and that's a gain of 11. 2 carries, 21 yards for Carter Engelbretson. And the Rockets have smartly moved this thing as they bring in Collier now into the backfield. Engelbretson takes a break. Benz is going to split out to the left. Meyer to the right. Neppel also wide to the left. Little tunnel screen. Benz has it. Makes a cut. Turns and burns up the numbers. And that's going to be close to another first down. And it is. Another completion for Simon. He's 2 for 2. Benz has his first catch. And give him 12 more. And as smartly as Grant County Flasher move the baby down the field, here comes New Rockford Cheyenne. Snap is back to Simon. Another quick hitter in the slot. Walford's got it, and he's tackled in space nicely at the 15-yard line. Short gain of 3. Trey Hyde makes the tackle. Simon 3 for 3 on the drive for 28 yards. Second catch for Walford. He's got 2 grabs and 16 yards. New Rockford Cheyenne now has Carter Engelbretson in the backfield. And they're going to hand it off to him. Runs into a wall of white, but man, look at the power. Look at the churn as he takes it down to the 11-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. Gain of 5 for Engelbretson. This guy is a load. The Rockets can still get a first down. They have to get inside the 1. From just outside the 11, Simon's back to pass. Another one. Benz has it in the slot. How about that cut? Running to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Easton Benz has got his 10th touchdown reception of the season. And just like that, we are tied up. 12-yard touchdown. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership instant replay. Well, they're giving a little bit of space in that slot. And Simon takes a quick hitter. Well, we'll come back to that as the 2-point conversion is a run for Engelbretson, and he is denied. Engelbretson's 2-point conversion run is no good. Let's go back to that Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown. That's going to be a 12-yarder. Simon just a quick hitter into the slot to Easton Benz. And how about that cut right there? Man, oof, look at that. Boom. And then he was heading to the pylon. Touchdown, Rockets. 2-point conversion, no good. And we are tied at 6. Touchdown timeout, 7:13 to play, opening quarter from New Rockford. And the Rockets and the Storm tied up at 6.
Surf Pro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Simon to Benz for the touchdown, and the ensuing kickoff is going to be Hyde falls down at the 16-yard line, and that's where Grant County Flasher will take over. New Rockford just went 7 plays, 60 yards on that scoring drive, so both teams with 7-play scoring drives on their first attacks. And we get our second look now at Grant County Flasher. Kelton Freeze 3 for 4 for 38 yards and a TD for the sophomore QB on that opening drive. 1st and 10 from the 16, handoff Hyde, straight ahead running, slips through one tackle, now tries to bounce it outside, gets to the corner, and he's got a nice gain. Hyde slips all the way out for apparent first down as Alex Weisenberger has the tackle. Hyde, oh, they're going to give him 9. Trey Hyde, 3 carries, 37 yards already for the senior. Well, one receiver to the left. Check that to the right, to the right. Freeze back to pass. Now he's fluxed out of the pocket. Oh, and he is going to be belted. There's your first-team All-Stater, Carter Engebretson. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that. Grant County Flasher was looking to the wide side. That was to Freeze's left. And then there came Carter Engebretson, team leader in sacks and tackles for loss. Look at that, just threw away a block and got after the quarterback right there. Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing those replays. Find them online at driveryan.com. Now it's 3rd and 14 after the loss. Back to pass. Freeze, pump fakes, and he's sacked again. Defensive end Colton Green and also Engebretson back in the backfield again. And after a promising start and a gain of 9 for Trey Hyde, back-to-back sacks for Kelton Freeze. As that front line got to him. Man, Zenker standing in his own end zone is going to punt it away. A wobbling kick towards the Rocket bench, gets a favorable storm roll, and that is going to be downed at the 34-yard line. Ends up being a 24-yard punt for Zinker, and New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock takes over 1st and 10. I found today's game brought to you in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Well, New Rockford Sheyenne, Maddock just went 7 plays, 60 yards in their first possession, and they're back at it. Wide side run for Walford. Got a block on the edge, and he has to cut it back at the numbers. Positive gain for Cage, and he's going to pick up 7. Angus Fuchs on the stick for Grant County Flasher. First carry of the game for Walford will give him 7. 5:08 to play and counting. And we're tied on our BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC has got locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona. You can find them online at bnc.bank. Simon out of the gun with Collier beside him. Looks right, comes back left, looking for the pylon, puts it up there, caught, touchdown! Easton Benz just got his second TD. 26 yards. And just like that, the Rockets have a lead. Benz with his second of the day. (12-6) Rockets on top, and the 2-point conversion. Simon rolling to his right, flips it into the flat. He's got his man. Engebretson has it. 2-point conversion is good, and just like that's a touchdown timeout. 14-6, but there's a penalty flag down here. Let's sort this out. Going to be a personal foul, roughing the passer. It will count, and New Rockford Sheyenne has a lead and a TD timeout. 4:48 to play, first quarter. It's the Rockets 14 and Grant County Flasher 6 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown. And there's Simon back to pass, looking for the pylon here on the near side. About this grab by Bentz. Right there, and he skirts his way into the end zone. Nice play. How about the start for Easton Simon? 5 for 5, 76 yards and 2 touchdowns. Easton Benz with 2 grabs, 51 yards and 2 TDs. And the 2-point conversion for Simon to Engelbretson, and it's 14-6. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock with a lead on your BNC Bank scoreboard here with 4:48 to play, first quarter. Freeze gives it off to Weinberger and nothing doing. He is smothered down. Brody Weisenberger, the first black shirt there. Jason Weisenberger goes nowhere. Well, after a promising opening drive for Grant County Flasher, they've come up dry here running the football, and they've put their quarterback into a couple situations where they've had to pass the football, and Kelton Freeze got sacked twice in the last possession. Well, the little bit of a breeze that there is here today on a nice afternoon from New Rockford is in the face right now of the QB Kelton Freeze. He's got backs flanking him on each side. Back to pass, fakes a little bubble, comes the other side, and he's got Pine Fleck. Grabs it at the 35, and there he goes to the 40, 45, 50. Makes a man miss, gets a block, 40, 30, and way down to the 36-yard line. Pine Fleck, a huge play. Bennett Meyer takes him down, but that's going to be a 49-yard gain. Big play for Grant County Flasher, just what the doctor ordered for that sputtering offense. Pine Fleck goes 49, and nearing the Serve Pro red zone is the Storm. Their white shirts, black pants, black helmets from the left side hash mark. They fake it to Weisenberger, and here comes Trey Hyde. Busts off a one tackle, and then he's dropped down in his tracks there. Carter Engelbretson drops him at the 28-yard line, and we'll give him 3. Trey Hyde, 3 carries now, or check that, 4 carries, 40 yards. Easton Simon to Easton Benz has given New Rockford Sheyenne a lead. Grant County Flasher has it 2nd down and 7 from the Rockets' 28-yard line. Freeze with Ottmer beside him. Standing up, throwing left side. A little bit short there, looking for Brody Freilich. Meyer on the coverage. Well, that would be a misfire there for Kelton Freeze, who's now 5 of 6. Check that, 4 of 6 in the contest. Neither team really kicks a lot, so 4-down territory you would presume for the Storm. The Rockets certainly do the same. And from the near side hash mark, Grant County Flasher will bunch it up on the short side of the field. Freilich on the wide side by himself. 3rd down and 7. Freeze has the snap back. Blitz is on. Freeze steps up, launches it for Freilich. Far sideline, and that's going to be picked off. Picked off. Bennett Meyer snags it. A jump ball over to Freilich. Bennett Meyer with the pick. Oh, and let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of this one. Freeze had some pressure, stepped up in the pocket, just launched it down the left sideline, and watch his high point. Oh, yeah. Good job by our camera crew right there. Meyer with the interception, first turnover of the game. And here comes New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. They'll hand it off to Engelbretson. Boy, he is tough to bring down, but Trey Hyde got a hold of him, and then the convoy came and drops him down. Line of scrimmage was the 9. Engelbretson maybe gets a yard. Engelbretson, 4 carries, 27 yards now for the All-State running back. 2:15 to play, first quarter. 14-6 Rockets on top. Second down and 9 for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. They don't huddle. They just quickly come to the line of scrimmage. They got trips to the right, one receiver left. Simon fires it. Oh, and that's going to be picked off. Picked off by the linebacker. And that's going to be Brody Freilich. And for just the third time this season, Easton Simon has thrown an interception. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Simon got that call and went to the quick hitter, but there was Brody Freilich for the pick. Threw it right to him. There you get it on your Ryan Family Dealership replay. And now in the Serve Pro red zone, Grant County Flasher Storm takes over at the 9, and they'll hand it off. And there goes Pine Fleck. Ooh, he has stood up. Stacked up as he runs into a wall. You get Engebretson, Colton Green, also Kaylor Jacobson in the vicinity. Pine Fleck is going to lose a yard on first down. It's going to be second down and goal now from the 10. Well, the two teams trade interceptions. Meyer has a pick, and then Freilich, the returning all-region linebacker, has a pick for Grant County Flasher. Freeze out of the gun. Motion by Hyde. And now you're going to get a false start.
Against the Storm, will back him up 5. It'll be second and goal from the 15.
And it's going to be the first penalty against Grant County Flasher in the contest. That'll back them back 5 near the 15, actually on the 15. Second and goal from there. Bonagoski splits all wide to the right. Trey Hyde comes in motion. Freeze back to pass, looking deep over the middle for Freilich. Oh, batted away. Bennett Meyer, nice play. At the goal line, looking for Freilich. And there came the long arms of the law, Bennett Meyer. Under a minute to play here in our first quarter. Grant County Flasher just got an interception, but now they've went backwards, and now they have it third down and goal from the 15. From the near side hash mark. Freeze will set him down with Bonagoski and Hyde split out wide to the left. Ottmer flanking Freeze. Third and long. Rolling left. Setting. Firing it. And it's going to be short. One hopped. He had a chance there to Bonagoski. Coverage by Meyer. But Freeze just couldn't put enough mustard on that. And now you get a flag in the backfield. Oh, you're going to get a personal foul roughing the passer. Ooh. Hold the phone. Both teams have had a roughing the passer penalty now. And that will give them a first down, an automatic first down, and half the distance to the goal. They'll put it at the 7.5. Well, let's see if the Storm can capitalize on that little bit of a mistake there by New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. It would have been a fourth down and goal from the 15, but instead, Grant County Flasher knocking on the door. First and goal from the 7. Hyde beside Freeze with two receivers left and right. And it's going to be a wide side run now. Hyde has to cut it up, and he's tripped. Tripped in the backfield there by Walford. Nice play, knifing in there. It's a loss of 1 for Trey Hyde. Hey fans, today's game brought to you in part by these local sponsors: Family Vision Clinic in Elgin and Bismarck, WRT, Fitterer Gas and Oil, Moore Grand Sioux, Watsky Electric in Elgin, Hager Excavating in New Rockford, NDTC. You can learn more about them at gondtc.com. Bank Forward here in New Rockford, Community Credit Union, PJ Farm Supply, and Morgan Lease Insurance Service. Our thanks to all those folks for helping bring you today's game. Second down and goal. Weisenberger has a seam. Down to the 5, pile driving to the goal line, and he is going to be in. Touchdown! Weisenberger, as the time expires here in quarter number 1, has drawn Grant County Flasher within 2 points. Get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Second and goal from the 8. little misdirection here, and Weisenberger started left, little cross buck, and there he went. Nice wall off there by the left side of that offensive line. Good power run for Jason Weisenberger, and now the 2-point conversion. Bonogowski from right to left. Freeze, quick hitter. He's got Hyde. Oh, in and out of his hands. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Trey Hyde, and we got a touchdown and a quarter break timeout. Second quarter comes up next at the end of one. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock 14, Grant County Flasher 12. Second quarter next on the PSP Network.
Ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Off the turnover, Grant County Flasher goes 2 plays, 7 yards, 4-6. Jason Weisenberger has the TD. And now to kick off, Darren Frank will spin a low end over end kick. Bounced and picked up by Nepal at the 16 to the 20, 25. Carries a tackler all the way out to the 40-yard line. I'll check that. It was Easton Benz, beg your pardon, is good return for him. And just underway here in the second quarter. Good to have you tuned into the PSP Network today. Stay tuned at halftime or Magic Towing intermission report. Magic Towing, you blow it, they'll tow it. Serving Western North Dakota. Call Magic Towing when you need a tow. 701-509-4011. Magic Towing. Simon's going to give it off, straight ahead run, and there goes the bowling ball. Carter Engerbretson with 14 quick ones. Good blocking up front. And Engerbretson has now got 5 carries, 41 yards here early on in the contest. Easton Simon, 5 for 6. His only incompletion is a pick. That's the only way Grant County Flashers slowed down this rocket attack here in the first half. Same play. Engerbretson. There he burrows his way for another first down as he carries it and churns his way down to the 37-yard line. Check that, the 33-yard line, so 13 more for Carter Engerbretson. And first and 10, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. One receiver away to the left is Meyer. Benz comes in motion. And they'll hand it off. Engerbretson again. They get a steady dose of him. He's going to be grabbed on by the ankles. And it's going to be Brody Freilich tackling him down low. But Engerbretson with a positive gain again of 6. 3 straight runs for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. And why not? Engerbretson now 7 carries, 60 yards. Now a quick hitter. Walford's got it in space. Makes one man miss. Now he's loose. Down to the 15, down to the 10. He's going to go to the end zone, and he's going to be tackled down. No, touchdown. Touchdown. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, 26 yards. Simon gets it to Walford. Third touchdown pass here in the first half. Walford takes that one the distance. And the Rockets will line up and go for 2. Simon with Engerbretson flanking him. A couple receivers bunched to the right, 2 to the left. Simon looking, fires it over the middle. He's got Benz. 2-point conversion is good. And another touchdown put up by the Rockets. A quick scoring drive for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, and with 10:21 to play in our first half, it's now 22-12. Rockets on top. We're back after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Time to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Well, let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown. Oh, I beg your pardon. I did it again. That's operator error. That is just me hitting the buttons a little bit too hard. There's that quick hitter, Walford. How about that move in space? And then he was loose, and he goes all the way to the distance. Walford pile drived over a guy at the goal line, and the ensuing kickoff. We were stuck in that replay for just a moment too long. I apologize for that. Not much doing for Grant County Flashers of the Storm, as they'll take over at the 29-yard line on the return. Well, I asked Coach Belquist if they had new lights in the scoreboard, and he said, Riley, sure. Figured we'd have some points scored today in New Rockford. 22-12 with 10:18 to play in the first half. Rockets on top. Grant County Flasher sets up shop at their own 29-yard line. They'll motion Freilich, fake it to Hyde, pitch it to Freilich. He's going to try to pass it. Now he throws it late. He's got a man behind the defense. It's caught. Caught there. And now it's a foot race. It's going to be tracked down by Neppel, but Jason Weisenberger has a completed pass from Brody Freilich. And a big play for Grant County Flasher. Little halfback pass. And that's going to result in a 24-yard gain. Check that, 44-yard gain. Weisenberger has the catch for 44. Freilich, his first pass attempted of the season, goes for 44. And nearing the Serve Pro red zone is Grant County Flasher. They'll hand it off to Hyde. Skips through and tries to bounce it outside. Not much there. Tackled by a host of Rockets. That'll be Neppel, Collier, Engebretson in the vicinity. And they'll put him down after a gain of 2. Fans, today's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. Your mouth and belly will thank you. Call them now at 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Todd Domres from the New Rockford press box. John Haugen running the cameras, producing for us today on the PSP Network. We got under 9 minutes to play in the first half. 2nd down and 8 for Grant County Flasher. Freeze will roll out to his right. Quick hitter, fires. That was tipped. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. I think that was Green who got a piece of that. Yeah, the defensive end, Colton Green, got a big paw on that and knocked it down. Kelton Freeze now 4 of 9 throwing the football. He's got 87 yards passing here in the first half. And now it's 3rd down and long for the Storm. From the near side hash mark, moving right to left. That's south to north here in New Rockford. 3rd and 8, and here comes a blitz. Going to be a screen. They'll loft it to Pine Fleck, and he's got a convoy. He's caught it to the 15, down to the 10, makes a man miss. Oh, he's whapped out of bounds at the 5-yard line, but a big play. A screen pass, smartly done, and Pine Fleck takes it down inside the 5, and a flag flies in late. Let's sort this out. Multiple flags on the play. We'll get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Great setup. Watch this. You had a rush on, lofted pass, Pine Fleck picks it up, and then he had a convoy there. Makes a man miss at the 10, and then he got pasted out of bounds. There's your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Still no signal from the officials, as we're going to get a personal foul It's going to be on the defense. Personal foul on the offense. Offsetting penalties. I think the play is going to stand. Yep. Yeah, so it ends up being a 19-yard completion to Pine Fleck. And Grant County Flasher, the Storm, have it at the Rocket 5-yard line. First and goal from there. Weisenberger, Dotson, I. Bonagoski split out wide to the right. Power football. There goes Weisenberger powering his way, and he's going to be knocked down short. Maybe a gain of a couple. Wrapped up there by big number 55, Brody Weisenberger, the all-region defensive tackle. Weisenberger does pick up 2. Clock drips down to 8:15 and counting to play in the first half. Now we're going to mark the football down at the 3, just inside the 4. 3.5 officially. Weisenberger again. A lot of guys bunched in that line of scrimmage. Freeze is going to sneak it, and they give him the tush push, and he's down to the 1. Kelton Freeze gets a little help from his friends, and he's going to be marked down at the 1. Well, there's a lot of beef in that interior. You got Weisenberger and Engerbretson up front going 260 and 230. And for Grant County Flasher, you get your second-team All-State center, C.L. Weinberger, Christian Stewart at 220. Yeah, that center and left guard position. I wouldn't be surprised to see Grant County Flasher try that left side again here. 3rd and goal from the 1. It's going to be a handoff to Ottmer. Oh, and he is sandwiched. Eli Ottmer goes nowhere. Might even lost a yard. That didn't fool anybody. Ottmer goes back a yard, maybe 2. And now it's going to be 4th and goal. Both teams with their full allotment of timeouts remaining here in the first half. That's those dots underneath each team's name on your BNC Bank scoreboard. But a big play here. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock leading by 10. Grant County Flasher with 4th and goal. And you get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank. You can find them online at FIBT.com. Big play coming up when we come back. Rockets leading by 10, but Grant County threatening with a 4th and goal when we come back.
To this. With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food reward program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shaw's Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shaw's Crossroads.
Well, there's always big plays throughout the course of a broadcast, and this is one of them. Will the Rockets rise up and have a 4th and goal stand, or will Grant County Flasher be able to convert? 4th and goal. Bonagoski, the one receiver to the right. Twins to the left. Freeze is back to pass. Looks left. Comes back. Little double move, and that's going to be picked off at the goal line. Picked off by Meyer, and now he's got a foot race, and he is loose to the 30, 35, 40. He's only got one man to beat, and he is going to be taking it all away. A 100-yard interception return for a touchdown by Bennett Meyer. No flags. No flags. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. My, oh my, there was the pick at the goal line, and then Meyer had a convoy. Weisenberger got blocked. Trey Hyde back here gets blocked. And Bennett Meyer just changed the landscape of the contest with a 100-yard interception return. Meyer has his second pick.
Sideline warning.
Grant County Flasher had it 4th and goal. Pass picked off at the goal line, and it turns into a 100-yard interception return. The Rockets will go for 2. Simon, a couple guys in the middle of the field, and he's got Easton Benz for the 2-point conversion. And just like that, the tide has changed in New Rockford. A defensive score for the Rockets, and they lead 30-12 with 6:22 to play in our first half. Back with more after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, the complexion changed in a heartbeat right there. Grant County Flasher looked like they had a chance to close the gap, and a 100-yard interception return. Here comes Trey Hyde, wheeling through traffic, and there he goes. Trey Hyde to midfield. And he's going to be tracked down from behind, but a big kickoff return for Grant County Flasher. Ball came out late, and it's going to be a fumble. It's going to be New Rockford Sheyenne having it. Hyde with a 50-yard kickoff return, and then he coughed it up. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of all that action. There's the ensuing kickoff. Trey Hyde bouncing football, picks it up. Look at, he wedges through a little action there, and then off to the races he went. Jackson Schumacher tracks him down from behind. We didn't get the entire fumble of that, but nonetheless, another turnover here for Grant County Flasher. And the Rockets will take over at their own 31. Simon back to pass, looking deep. He's going to fire it down to Meyer. Oh, in and out of his hands. He got quickly behind Bonagaski, also Jackson Olson back there. And that's just the second incompletion of the day for Easton Simon. He completes 77% of his passes on the season. He's now got 41 touchdowns, does Simon, against just 3 interceptions. Ben's in motion, handoff Engelbretson. And he powers and churns and pulls his way. Ball comes out. They ripped it out of there. Bonagaski, no, check that. That is going to be Jackson Olson. Pulls it out of there. And it's going to be Grant County Flasher football. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. DriveRyan.com brings you this replay. An instant replay is Carter Engelbretson carried it ahead, and then he was just churning for extra yardage. Watch this. Great job by, I think it was, C.L. Weinberger. Pulled it out of there, and then the recovery by Jackson Olson. So Grant County Flasher gets it back. They'll hand it off to Weisenberger right between the tackles, and he has stood up. It's going to be no gain on the play for Weisenberger. No gain. Looked like it was Colton Green. Alex Weisenberger there on the hit. Man, a lot of action piled into a first half here. Found a little bit of everything. 3 interceptions. Interception return for a touchdown. Fumble. 100-yard interception return. Big plays here in New Rockford with 5:22 and counting in our first half. Freeze out of the gun. He'll motion Bonagaski from left to right. Back to passes Freeze. Little double move. Throws it to Hyde. And good play in space there. Collier wraps him up. It's going to be a completed pass. He's going to get it about to the 37. Maybe give him the 36. Going to be a short 4-yard gain. Trey Hyde has his first catch of the afternoon. And now a 3rd down and 6 for Grant County Flasher. On your BNC Bank scoreboard, the Rockets leading 30-12. Under 5 minutes to play here first half.
Clock running, 4:40 remaining in the first half.
2 receivers to the right. Now Hyde motions from right to left. And they'll hand it off to Weisenberger, and he slips through 1 tackle. And he gets inside the 35. Mark him down officially to 33. That'll be a 4, maybe a 3-yard gain for Weisenberger. And another 4th down upcoming for the Storm. Be 4th and, say, a long 2. Bonagaski will be the lone receiver. Split out wide to the right. 4th and 2 for the Storm. Look at all the guys at the line of scrimmage. And they go to the long count, and I think they got him. I mean, a 5-yard encroachment on the defense. If you get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. Good hard count there by Freeze. Yep, you can see about 3 or 4 guys jump there for New Rockford Cheyenne. So 5 yards gives Grant County Flasher a new set of downs. Hey fans, today's game brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics. Find them online at minotbraces.com. Freeze back to pass, full protection, looking deep over the middle. Bonagaski bends step for him, and that sails incomplete. 7 of 13 throwing the football now for Kelton Freeze in the first half. He's got 110 yards of passing, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions for the sophomore single caller. Grant County Flasher will have it 2nd down and 10 from New Rockford's 28-yard line. Clock stops with 3:27 to play first half. Freeze, twin receivers left and right. Blitz is on. They throw a screen. Oh, and Pine Fleck had it, but he fell down. Lost his footing. And is going to be knocked down there by Alex Weisenberger. It's going to be a completed pass as they were setting up the screen, but they're going to lose 7 yards on the pass completion. Fleck just lost his footing. Pine Fleck lost 7, and now it sets up 3rd down and long again for Grant County Flasher. They bunch it up to the left. 1 receiver to the right. Freeze looking left, throws it. Hyde slips out of the pack. Now he slams on the brakes, cuts, moving left to right. Now he's angling back, and he can't get away from Hypo. Yeah, he did get away, but then there comes Engebretson, and he is pasted. You got an injured New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock player down. How about the hustle there by Carter Engebretson? How about the elusiveness for Trey Hyde? It's going to end up being a 7-yard gain. And let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay there. It's going to be 4th down upcoming. Oh, I did it again. How about the moves here by Trey Hyde? He was making people miss. It looked like he was going to maybe cut it up there, but then he kept going backwards. And then here comes Engebretson. Watch this. Boom. Ryan Family Dealership replay. Steps up a 4th down and 9. Freeze rolling to his right. Fires it to the sticks. It's going to be caught, but I think he's going to be short. Pass is caught by Bonagaski, but on 4th and 9, I think he got 8. Yep, it's going to be short. And so New Rockford Cheyenne will stiffen and they will hold.
30-12 Rockets. 1st and 10 for the Rockets from about the 18-yard line.
Now remember, the Rockets did get the ball to start the second half a year ago against South Florida. You remember the Rockford Sheyenne Maddock tried to screen them in the first half.
And so on downs, New Rockford Cheyenne will take over. Simon will give it on a straight-ahead run, and Carter Engebretson ankle tackled there by Eli Ottmer. As Engebretson gets about 5 on first down with only a minute and a half to play here. That's plenty enough time for this high-powered Rocket offense. New Rockford Sheyenne stopped Grant County Flasher on downs. Now they take over. 2nd down and 5. Engebretson pile driving his way ahead again, and maybe a yard. Well, maybe a couple. Does it look like New Rockford Sheyenne just kind of content here with maybe running the football and going to the break, leading by 18. New Rockford Sheyenne hasn't given up more than 14 points in a game. Grant County Flashers got 12 on the board, I beg your pardon, but they're down. Now on 3rd down and 3, Simon throws it to Benz. Benz in space, and he can't get away from Hyde. Also Fuchs in the vicinity. And, oh, they say that's incomplete as Benz was bobbling it. And now an interesting decision. I think you have to punt this, don't you? It's going to be 4th and 3 on the incompletion. Clock stops with 36 seconds to play, and you do get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. With locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota, First International Bank and Trust. You can find them online at FIBT.com. 4th down decision upcoming for New Rockford Sheyenne when we come back. 36 seconds to play first half, 30-12. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock leading Grant County Flasher.
Wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
Interesting decision here. I would think that Coach Elliot Belquist is going to punt it away, but you just never know. You got an offense as good as the Rockets are, but yeah, they will indeed send back Peyton Nepple to punt it away. Dangerous Trey Hyde back to receive a punt. 36 seconds to play in the first half. Punting it from his own 15-yard line. Snap is back. It's a little bit high. Nepple goes up and gets it and punts it away. A sidewinding kick. And it's going to bounce and land and be marked down at the 47-yard line. The clock didn't move there, but I guess that'll play. As going to end up being a 29-yard punt for Paxton Nepple. And they're going to reset the clock, and they'll take a few seconds off that. They'll run it down to 28 seconds left for Grant County Flasher. And they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They'll spread it out. Couple receivers left and right. Freilich in motion from right to left. Freeze has the snap back. Throws it. Bonagaski darting up the sideline. Slips one tackle. Flag flies in. It's going to be a 1st down carry for Bonagaski, but let's sort out the flag here late in the first half. Stay tuned. Our Magic Towing halftime report comes up next.
Flag on the field.
And there'll be 12 men on the field. So I think you're going to... So New Rockford Sheyenne penalized their 4th time here in the first half. And so now with 23 seconds to play in the first half, yeah, you're in that vicinity where you can maybe chuck a couple up to the end zone here as Freeze has got some time. They still got 2 timeouts remaining. Freilich motions from right to left. Freeze back to pass. Rushes on, throws it deep down the far sideline and too far for Weisenberger. Well, you had Almers back there along with Easton Benz in coverage for the Rockets. Kelton Freeze misfires, but it's a situation there where, yeah, take a shot. Why not, right? And I don't know if this is the MO for Grant County Flasher. They've thrown it 17 times in the first half here for Kelton Freeze. He's completed 10 of them for 117 yards. Get you all those halftime numbers. And now you are going to get a First International Bank and Trust timeout on the field. FIBT brings you this timeout. You can find them online at FIBT.com. 18 seconds to play, first half. Rockets on top, 30-12. Back with the end of the first half after this break on the PSP Network. Probably a couple plays remaining here for Grant County Flash. They have it second down and 10, 18 seconds to play first half. From the Rockets' 38-yard line, Freeze. A couple receivers to the right. Ottmer's the lone running back. And they're going to bounce it. They're going to throw a lateral, and now they're going to pass it. Oh, intended for Hyde. And it's going to be picked off. And there goes Easton Benz, and the interception late in the first half is going to end the proceedings here with just 7 seconds remaining, as the trick play didn't work that time for Grant County Flasher. Get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Look at that one. Is there you see Freilich threw it. Oh, good job there by Benz. Just another high point there for him. Good return. That's the 4th turnover here in the first half for Grant County Flasher. And you get a penalty after all the action. It's going to set New Rockford Cheyenne. A little holding call. Now you should get a kneel down, and we will go to break. Simon will be under center. He'll take a knee, and the remaining time will run off, and we'll reach halftime. Stay tuned. Our Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. Magic Towing, you blow it, they'll tow it. They're serving Western North Dakota. 30-12 in your BNC Bank scoreboard from the 9-man quarterfinals in New Rockford. New Rockford Cheyenne leads by 18. Halftime report comes up next on the PSP Network.
Brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Now we're back at halftime in your BNC Bank scoreboard. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock leading 30-12. Grant County Flasher puts up 12, but the Rockets answer with 30, and it's our Magic Towing halftime report. You blow it, they'll tow it. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. Call them now at 701-509-4011. Magic Towing. You mentioned the PSP Network, and they'll get you $50 off that next tow. We'll get to the numbers. We'll get to some highlights, but first, hey, what a treat for us. Joining us in the broadcast booth here is none other, hey, we got to back up a little bit. There we go. None other than Craig DeMeester, a good friend of mine from back in the Devil's Lake area and head coach for the New Rockford Sheyenne basketball team back in the day. And so I guess first thing, I saw you over on the tailgate in your truck, just kind of enjoying some football. That's what an environment. I mean, you see all the cars, you see all the people around the field. Just small town football. There's nothing better, right?
Absolutely. You know, at this time of the year when it's playoff time, whether it's any type of sport, basketball, districts, regional, state, playoff time, it's just something in the air. Saturday afternoon football, usually used to those Friday evenings, and yeah, everybody comes out and celebrates and has a good time, and so far so good right now with our score.
Well, and in those early 2000s, the Rockets had such a good run in football and basketball, and then a 2012 state championship for the Rockets in football. And man, since then, this team has got people kind of remembering those games and teams from the last decade or so.
Absolutely, a lot of these kids out here are pretty resilient. They're hungry. From what happened last year in that semi against South Border. They worked extremely hard in the offseason. A lot of these kids, too, remind me of my kids I had back when, you know, we had that 3-year stretch in state and finally got it done in 05. So I know they have those main goals. They want to get back to that dome again. And like I mentioned, the first half has been pretty good. So let's hopefully keep it up and continue on to the semis next weekend.
I'm going to make you put your coaching hat here on for a second. Grant County Flasher outgains New Rockford in the first half. That doesn't happen very often, but yet the Rockets still lead by 18, so that's a pretty good position to be in.
Right, and I know Coach Belquist will make some adjustments. It's one thing that we haven't really been used to this year, you know, the passing game. They got a pretty good, strong line up front on the offensive side. Yeah, they'll get it together. Physicality is shown today against two good teams, and you know, sometimes, you know, it comes down to this point when you turn that ball over, you don't want to give up points, and that 100-yard touchdown return there off that off that catch by Bennett was a good one.
Well, yeah, that was a huge play. Big turning point in the first half. Okay, I got to take you back to 2005.
Yeah.
New Rockford Sheyenne wins its only state basketball championship. And in an instant classic game, I got a chance to call that at the Maya State Dome. People ask me all the time, hey, what's your best games that you ever called? And that's either one or two. Usually that's number one, but 67-65 in double overtime.
Right.
You were on the bench. Michael Cudworth hits it. I mean, it's just one of those games and things that kind of live in infamy, right?
You're right. You know, I look back at it now and still do, and there's a lot of different things that have changed in the game of basketball, especially that shot clock now. But it could have went either way. We needed some things to happen. I mean, they could use the word luck. We needed to hit some shots. We needed them to miss some shots. We kind of gambled on a few things, and it just kind of worked out. Two great teams. I think they were the two best teams. I think that made it to the state championship. And I've always been told by others, but we never really told our kids. And nowadays, when we said with the change of seeding, those 3 years we went in, and we were always playing number one against number two that first round. So a lot of good things have changed through the association, I think, since we played. But I couldn't be more prouder of those kids. We're there 3 years. We came up short twice.
It's coming up on a reunion for that team here pretty soon. I mean, what is that, 20 years ago?
I think we got, 2005, and about 6 more years, and hopefully we can get the boys together again and then head down to the state tournament.
Well, one other thing about that game, you kind of touched on it. Bondo missed a couple free throws, but you guys were down big in the fourth quarter. Benefeld has to hit a shot to send it to overtime just to get it to those extra frames.
Yep. I told the kids at halftime, and they're doing the same thing here. Just stay the course. Don't panic. Kids will stay together. They did. Just one quarter at a time, and we just wanted it close, as most coaches say. At the end of the game, and we kind of battled back and took our chances and brought it in overtime, and it happened twice, and we came away with the chip.
I know you're still working, coaching, teaching here in New Rockford, but what have you been doing lately to kind of keep that competitive juice flowing from a coaching standpoint?
Well, yeah, on a coaching standpoint, not an athlete standpoint, that's for sure. Those days are over, but I've been doing a lot of youth basketball in the last many years, following some of my girls, and now I'm kind of turned over to the side of an assistant on the boys' side. My son's a freshman this year, so it'll be nice to coach him the next 4 years, something I had the opportunity to with my dad through my high school career, so it's kind of special for both of us.
Yeah, indeed, and I have to think that the blood pressure is probably a little less than being the head man.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is.
All right, hey, Coach Domres, appreciate the time, good friend, and hey, enjoy the second half from the tailgate there.
Thanks so much for having me.
You bet.
Appreciate
That's Craig Domres, head coach for the 2005 New Rockford Sheyenne Rockets State Championship basketball team. We'll have more of our halftime after this break on the PSP Network.
Who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from?
I was in football, just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team, like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Back in our Magic Towing halftime report. Magic Towing, you blow it, they'll tow it, serving Western North Dakota. Thanks to the fine folks at Magic Towing for beginning our halftime report. Here's the numbers from the first half as Grant County Flasher actually outgains New Rockford Sheyenne the first half, 263 to 184. And so that doesn't happen very often. Man, there's a lot of big plays and turnovers did the thing. As you look at some of the individual numbers here, first for New Rockford Sheyenne as they lead 30 to 12 here at halftime. Carter Engelbretson, 10 carries for 75 yards. Easton Simon, 6 of 9 throwing the football. He's got 3 touchdowns and an interception for 102 yards passing. His favorite receivers were Cage Walford with 42 yards receiving on 3 catches, and Easton Benz, 3 catches for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Walford had a touchdown as well in that first half. New Rockford Sheyenne were penalized 5 times in the first half, punted at once, and they had 1 interception. And 1 fumble, the pick, and then the Freilich, and then the fumble recovery for Grant County Flasher in that first half. For the Storm, Trey Hyde rushing the football, 5 carries, 43 yards. Jason Weinberger, 7 carries, 49 yards, and a TD. Kelton Freeze rushed it 3 times. 2 of those were sacks for -13. Ottmer, 1 carry for a -1. Kelton Freeze, 10 of 17 throwing the football, but he was picked off twice in that first half, as he throws for 117 yards, has 1 TD as well. And that's TD went to Zach Bonagoski. He's got 3 catches, 38 yards, and a touchdown. Trey Hyde with a couple grabs for 11 yards. Pine Fleck has 3 catches for 61 yards. Weinberger has a grab for 44 yards as Freilich actually throws him a pass for 44, and Brody Freilich has 1 catch for 11. Those turnovers and fumbles, 3 fumbles, a fumble and 2 interceptions, 3 interceptions in the first half for Grant County Flasher. A couple halftime highlights. I'm going to get you these 2 TD plays here from the first half. As here's the first score of the game. Freeze back to pass, lofts it over the middle. Defender falls down. Bonagoski wide open in the end zone. And here's the first score of the first half for New Rockford Sheyenne. They flip it into the slot. Benz with a nice move, and off he went. And a quick return, and we are back underway. Thomas Almers, as he picks it up at the 20. Checked at the 15, and he carries it out to the 27-yard line. And that's where New Rockford Sheyenne will take over. Thanks again to Magic Towing for bringing you our halftime report today. You blow it, they'll tow it. Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. I'll get you a BNC scoreboard update in just a second. It's a straight-ahead handoff. There goes Carter Engelbretson. Taking off just the way he left off in the first half. Freilich has the hit for Grant County Flasher. And we'll give Engelbretson 6. He's now got 11 carries, 81 yards in the contest. Closing in on another 100-yard rushing game is Carter Engelbretson. And now you get a penalty. Was that going to be a false start? Looked like maybe somebody flinched there. Maybe an illegal snap, possibly. New Rockford Sheyenne, that's their 6th penalty of the contest. That's been the one thing that Coach Belquist is going to want to clean up. And so now it's 2nd down and 9 as Benz motions, and they'll toss it to him. Little pop pass. Couple blocks on the edge. He spins off of 1 tackle, and he's got that penalty yardage back and more. He's posted down there by C.L. Weinberger, but that's going to be a gain of 10. Goes down as a pass, and you get another flag down on the play. Got somebody with a lid off there. It looks like Alex Weisenberger. And what's going to happen here? Going to be holding against New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. So that will set them back 10 and an inauspicious start here to the third quarter. Hey fans, we couldn't do it without the help of these local sponsors helping you bring today's game for the PSP Network. Family Vision Clinic in Elgin and Bismarck, WRT, Fitterer Gas and Oil, Morgan and Sue, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, Wetski Electric in Elgin, Hager Excavating in New Rockford, NDTC. You can find out more about them at gondtc.com. Bank Forward in New Rockford, Community Credit Union, PJ Farm Supply, and Morgan Lease Insurance Service in New Rockford. And we're going to get a pass completed out to Bennett Meyer, I believe. No, Benz. That is Easton Benz from Easton Simon. And you're going to get the penalty yardage back and then some. Give them 12.
Third down and about 9 for the Rockets. So it's going to be third down and 9.
Easton Benz has his third catch of the game. Check that, his fourth catch. He's got 63 yards receiving. Third down and 9. Motion Walford. Rushes on. Simon fires it over the middle. Caught! He caught it at the 45, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Bennett Meyer. How about that dart? 71 yards to the house. Man, this Rocket offense is on point. Grant County Flasher on your instant replay got a little bit of a rush on, standing in the face of the rush. How about that strike? How about that grab? And off to the races was Bennett Meyer. Now the two-point conversion. Simon is back to pass. Puts it into the flat, and Walford going to be double-teamed, and he gets in. How about that effort? Cage Walford with the two-point conversion and a touchdown timeout. Another TD put up by the Rockets, and they lead early in the third quarter, 38-12 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. TD timeout on the PSP Network.
Or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
'70-yard TD, Simon to Meyer. Simon to Walford for the two-point conversion. 38-12. Ensuing kickoff is short. Bonagowski dives on it, and Grant County Flasher will take over. Boy, the offensive onslaught continues for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. Easton Simon just threw his fourth TD pass of the contest. Two of them to Benz, one to Walford, and that most recent one, a 70-yarder to Bennett Meyer. And Grant County Flasher with their first possession here in the second half. They motion Bonagowski, freeze back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket, now he's going to scramble. Dances, gets a block, and Weisenberger will wrap him up and drop him down. Alex Weisenberger. Going to knock him down right at the sticks, but they're going to give Kelton Freeze a gain of 1. And we'll give him actually 2 as they officially mark it out to the 37-yard line. Second down and a long 8 for the Storm. The breeze is at the back right now of Grant County Flasher. And a direct snap to Trey Hyde, weaving through traffic right up the gut. He goes, he eclipses the 40, dives ahead to the 43-yard line. That'll be 6 for Trey Hyde. And Grant County Flasher looking to establish a drive here against this very good New Rockford Sheyenne defense. Yeah, this defense just gives up 6 points a game on average, only 12 yards rush, and they only give up 88 yards offense. As Freeze is going to look back and ask for and receive a First International Bank and Trust timeout. Locations in Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. First International Bank and Trust, our timeout sponsor on the PSP Network. Find them online at fibt.com. Third down coming up when we come back. 8:47 to play, third quarter, and the Rockets on top here over Grant County Flasher.
Fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Drop it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
I got some finals coming in. We'll get to those after this play on your BNC scoreboard update. Third down and 3. Handoff to Hyde. Oh, and he is gathered up and dropped down. Engebretson, and also that was Carter Engebretson and Brody Weisenberger stamp him for a loss as Hyde loses a yard. And it's going to be fourth down decision here coming for Grant County. Here's those scores. Kindred has defeated Shiloh Christian 39-20. Langdon area Edmore Munich leading Killdeer in the fourth quarter 38-27. These are A brackets, as looks like Grant County's going to punt it away. Zenker puts a boot into it. A high wobbling end-over-end kick. There's going to be no return for Easton Bentz. How about this roll? Rolling down to the 5. Can they keep it out of the end zone? They do. They're going to put that baby on the half-yard line. That's going to be a 59-yard punt for Landon Zenker. There's those other A bracket scores. Velvadrake Animus Garrison leading 30-7 over Harvey Wells County. And just underway, Central Cass and Bishop Ryan. The Squirrels lead at 6-0. In the 9-man bracket, West Hope Newburgh Glenburn has won 40-12, as has Lemoore Litchfield Marion 73-20. And Linton HMB leading Cavalier at halftime 30-12. Well, now in the shadow of their own goal line, New Rockford Sheyenne inside their 1. Simon is back to pass. Looking deep over the middle for Benz, and it is tipped away. Double coverage back there, Trey Hyde and Bonagoski. How about New Rockford Sheyenne? You know a team is confident in what they can do when you're at the half-yard line and you go out of the gun and you say, all right, we're just going to let our All-State quarterback make decisions in his own end zone and throw it deep. Now, why not? Kid is completing 77% of his passes on the season, makes great decisions, does the junior All-State QB, Easton Simon. Now he's under center with a couple backs. And they're just going to run it straight ahead to Engebretson, trying to get some breathing room here, and he's going to be bottled up and hemmed in. Maybe a gain of a couple for Carter Engebretson. Like big C.L. Weinberger in there, along with Angus Fuchs. And you get Christian Stewart back from an injury. And just took that cast off this week, did Stewart, and said, all right, I'm playing some football. Played limited snaps last week, and now a 3rd down and 7. Wolford in motion. And they went to the long count, and I think they might have gotten Grant County Flasher to jump, and indeed they did. That's going to be encroachment. third penalty of the day for Grant County Flasher. And instead of making it a 3rd and 7, now it's a 3rd down and 2. Yeah, ball's just right inside the 8-yard line. With 7:09 to play and the clock moving here in the 3rd quarter, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, the number one Rockets, leading 38-12. 3rd and 3. Engebretson has a wall, and he's got a first down. Carries it out to the 13-yard line on 3rd and 3, picks up 5, and a new set of downs from inside their 1-yard line. New Rockford Sheyenne has a fresh 4. That's the thing about this football team. I mean, they can spread you out, and they can dissect you with the best of them, man, but they want to play a little power football. They're bringing in a couple tight ends here, and they're going to put Engebretson into an I formation. Simon has the snap, turns, handoff, Engebretson. Oh, he's wrapped up there by a host of storms. C.L. Weinberger, your all-stater, grabs onto him. Pine Fleck in the vicinity. And they're going to get Engebretson with some movement going forward. We'll give him 4. Yeah, I got Carter Engebretson, 14 carries, 92 yards now. And New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock just kind of in that muddle huddle again. And this time they got one receiver in an I backfield. 1st and 10 from the 16. Play action. Simon's got time. Now he's getting flushed out of the pocket. Oddmer chasing him. Simon pump fakes. Slips through one tackle. Freilich ushers him out of bounds at about the 21-yard line. Flag is down, however, as it was a scramble for about 5 by Easton Simon. And we're going to get another holding call on New Rockford Sheyenne. That'd be 8 penalties this afternoon on New Rockford Sheyenne. Man, you wouldn't know it. They've been able to overcome these penalties throughout the contest. Just set them back, and then they just go into attack mode again. And it'll be 2nd down and about 15, maybe 16. Yeah, 2nd and 16 officially from the 8. And they'll split trips receivers to Simon's left. Engebretson flanking him. Now they motion to twins. Simon steps up, flushed out of the pocket, lofts it, and just too tall for Cage Wolford. Falls incomplete at the 22-yard line. Good job extending the play there by Simon. That was one of the goals for Grant County Flasher, was just to get Simon off his spot. As you watch a lot of tape on New Rockford Sheyenne, they do such a good job blocking this thing up that, man, he is standing back there just taking a survey on a lot of plays, and he's got time to extend, time to make plays. That's what the Storm wanted to do today, was get him off his spots. And well, let's see what happens here. 3rd down and 16. Get that single call in from the sideline there for the Rockets. Simon trips to the right. Quick hitter. They throw it out, little tunnel screen, and Neppel's got it, and he's going to fight, but he's not going to have a first down. Good job of gang tackling there at the 10. Just a couple-yard gain, and probably a punting situation upcoming. Paxton Neppel has his first grab of the game. Easton Simon, how about these numbers today? 9 of 14 throwing the football, 186 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception for the junior All-Stater. And now you're going to send back Neppel standing in his own end zone. Low driving end-over-end kick, bounces to 35, and it stops almost immediately at the 37, so that'll be a 29-yard punt. Make it a 31-yard punt. And Grant County Flasher gets a stop, and they get a chance to operate in Storm territory. Hey fans, today's game brought to you by these local sponsors: Morgan Lease Insurance Service, PJ Farm Supply, Community Credit Union, Bank Forward, and Hager Excavating in New Rockford, along with NDTC. You can find them online at gondTC.com. Freeze out of the gun. Quick hitter, right side, low delivery. Bonagaski goes down on a knee at the 32-yard line. He snags it there. It's a gain of 5. Completed pass. Bonagaski went down like a shortstop and caught that one. Bonagaski with his 4th catch of the day for 43 yards. 2nd and 5 from the right hash mark for the white-shirted Grant County Flasher Storm. High backfield, Weisenberger gets the call. Tries to go to the left. Check that, that's not Weisenberger, it's Pine Fleck, and he is stacked up and pushed backwards. Braden Collier, Alex Weisenberger also there. And Pine Fleck's going to lose a yard on second down and 5. Then it'll make it 3rd down now and 6 as the clock rolls with 3:33 to play here in the 3rd. Stay tuned after the game. We'll have our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads postgame show. Motion by Bonagaski. Back to passes freeze. Fires it to Hyde. He was right at the sticks, but then he came backward. But I think the forward progress is going to be enough for a 1st down. They're going to mark him at the 26-yard line. Had to get 6, and I think he got 6.5. Yes, indeed. Trey Hyde with a 6-yard reception and a new set of downs. A new set of downs for Grant County Flasher. Hey fans, today's game also brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Family Vision Clinic in Elgin. WRT, your local broadband service provider. Check out their co-op cash program. Fitterer Gas and Oil. More Grand Sioux, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. And Watsky Electric in Elgin. Freeze under pressure. Has to throw it. Oh, it's picked off by Walford at the 35. And there goes Cage Walford down the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. And another turnover here has hamstrung the Grant County Flasher Storm. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. Kelton Freeze under pressure, took 1 step to his right, tried to throw it into that right flats. Walford stepping in front of the receiver right there. Yep, another turnover here. And he stepped out of bounds on the return right there. But thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing that instant replay. Another turnover for Grant County Flasher. This Storm defense has been up to the task. 1st and 10 carry for Engebretson. And he's going to be twirled up and tied up and hog-tied. Dropped down. There's going to be no gain on the play. Angus Fuchs on the stick for Engebretson picks up 1. He's got 15 carries, 93 yards on the afternoon. And we're under 2 minutes to play here in the 3rd. New Rockford Sheyenne looking to get back to the 9-man semifinals for the 2nd year in a row. Here's a pass. Walford slips a tackle on another. And now he's down the sideline. He's got 1 man to beat. Oh, and he slips through a tackle at the 20. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Touchdown! 57 yards. Simon has his 5th. Walford has his 2nd. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. This attack is something else. The yards after the catch are just what puts you in a bad position. Just a quick hitter here. A little pop pass. Oh, how about that slippery move there by Walford. And once he got into space, folks, he was loose, and down the sidelines he went. Ensuing 2-point conversion, Simon standing, looking, scrambling, flips it late. Oh, that's going to be caught. Easton Pence. Are you kidding me? How about that? All right, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. We got a running clock in the 3rd quarter here from New Rockford. New score, 46-12 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. The Rockets are cruising here in quarter number 3.
They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Boy, this quick strike offense for New Rockford Sheyenne has been impressive. It doesn't take them long, folks. A little pop pass goes for 57 yards. Easton Simon with his 5th TD pass on the afternoon. 2-point conversion. Simon to Benz. And it's 46-12. Ensuing kicked off pickup by Trey Hyde. Breaks that first wave, and he submarines his way out past the 30 to the 32-yard line. That's where the Storm will take over. How about these numbers now piling up for Easton Simon? 10 of 15 throwing the football, 243 yards of passing, and 5 touchdowns today for the All-Stater. That will get it done. Probably the last play here of the third quarter. Got the running clock provision now with a 30-point lead here in the second half, and a handoff straight ahead to Weinberger. And Jason Weinberger runs it for about 5, and that will be our final play here in quarter number 3. Fourth quarter comes up next, the 9-man playoffs from New Rockford. It's the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets 46 and the Grant County Flasher Storm 12, and the fourth quarter comes up next here on the PSP Network.
Priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go. The team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Second down run goes to Jason Weinberger. Weinberger, no gain. Maybe even a loss of 1. Yeah, so now you get the running clock provision. This fourth quarter is going to fly by. Anytime the score is 30 points or plus in the second half, you get the running clock provision. The only time a baby will stop is if somebody scores a touchdown. Other than that, there's a running clock provision. Here in the 9-man quarterfinals. Snap is back. Freeze on 3rd and 6. Fires it for the boundary, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Bonagoski. Step for step for him there was Bennett Meyer. Also had Benz in the vicinity. And now, I'm assuming if you're down 46-12 and you got football at the 37-yard line, Grant County Flasher is going to take a timeout. Brought to you by First International Bank and Trust. Find them online at FIBT.com. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock 46, Grant County Flasher 12. Fourth quarter action continues here on the PSP Network.
Dak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good. From simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota, and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Thanks again to these local sponsors in New Rockford, Cheyenne, and Maddock for helping to bring you today's game. Morgan Lease Insurance Service, PJ Farm Supply, Community Credit Union, Bank Forward, and NDTC. You can learn more about them at GoNDTC.com. Fourth down. Storm's going to go for it. Underthrown and incomplete. They were looking for Jackson Olson, wide receiver, the sophomore. Pass underthrown there by Freeze, and New Rockford Cheyenne's going to take over there. I wonder how much you're going to see now of the number 1 unit, but it looks like Easton Simon's going to be back out there still. Bennett Meyer, Walford, Nepple, yeah, the number 1s are still on the field here in quarter number 4, with their team leading 46-12 and just over 10 minutes to play in the contest. The clock stopped momentarily in a change of possession. And on 1st and 10, Simon with the snap back. Handoff Engerbretson. Boy, nobody wants to tackle this guy right now. And he is cruising, and he is bruising, and he buries his way for about 15 more yards down the right sideline. And that will put Carter Engerbretson up over 100 yards. So that'll put him at unofficially 16 carries, 108 yards. And all of a sudden, the white shirts don't look like they are wanting much to do with the bruising running back Carter Engerbretson. I'm going to let that play clock run down now. Engerbretson up over 100 yards. He's got 21 TDs on the season. Gets through the initial wave of Zinker, and then he's wrapped up and dropped down is Carter Engerbretson. Eli Ottmer gets him. And it's going to be a 4-yard gain. Well, New Rockford Cheyennes ran the football 18 times today, and 17 of those have been in the hands of Carter Engerbretson. And why not? Closing in now on 1,000 yards rushing on the season. Nearing the Serve Pro red zone, Simon's back to pass under pressure over the middle. He's got Meyer. Oh, good play. Weinberger bats that one away with the left hand at the goal line. Oh, and it looks like you may have a little cramping situation in the end zone. Let's see if we can get your Ryan Family Dealership replay. That good play at the goal line there. Good sportsmanship there. You guys helping each other out when they're cramping up. There's your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that batted down pass. Simon on 2nd down and 6. Looking over the middle for Meyer, and there's Weinberger, yep, right there to bat that baby down at the last second. Good play. Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing our replays today. 50 years, Ryan's been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Today's game also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. No other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Today's game also brought to you in part by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Shields is a proud supporter of the PSP network. Clock winding at 8:30 to play in the game. 3rd down and 6. They'll toss it. There goes Engerbretson. Skipping, loose, down the sideline. Engerbretson powering through tackles. Inside the 5, he's finally dropped down. Going to be marked down at the 5-yard line. 16 more for Carter Engerbretson, and he is sniffing the end zone. And he's going to be marked down at the 5. Well, I have a feeling you're going to get the big fellow of the football here a couple times. Your 6 foot, 230-pound senior running back, Carter Engerbretson, might be getting the call here. Nope, now they bring in Collier. Braden Collier, also a senior running back, snap back, handoff Collier. And he's going to be decked. Hit low by Freilich, hit high by C.L. Weinberger. And they're going to knock him down right at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Collier's first carry goes for no gain. Yeah, Carter Engelbretson is taking a quick break here, but second-team All-State football player last year. Wrestled for Harvey Wells County, went runner-up at 215, leads the team in rushing, tackles for losses, sacks. Just keeps up putting numbers in this contest. And you get a First International Bank and Trust timeout in the court, or timeout on the field. Let's tell you a little bit about some of these other guys. I mean, Easton Benz, the first-team All-State football player, also a baseball and basketball player, leads the team in receptions, TDs. Easton Simon, the second-team All-Stater from a year ago, also a basketball and baseball player. We mentioned his numbers, 225 yards and 5 touchdowns last week against North Prairie. He's put up 5 more today. Brody Weisenberger, the all-region football player, also plays baseball and wrestles for Carrington. 6th place finish last year at 285 for Brody Weisenberger. And, oh, by the way, bats clean up and hit about 400 for the Cheyenne New Rockford Black Sox right on this field right here. Get Alex Weisenberger up front, of course, his second cousin Brody. Well, Alex is injured much of the year last year, so also a baseball player. Paxton Nepple, another kid that was injured a lot last year, didn't get to play. Bennett Meyer, how about that? He's had a night this year in basketball. He scored 37 points, did Bennett Meyer, also a track kid, high jump and the relay guy. And Cage Walford, another multi-sport athlete, leading tackler this year for the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets. Throws the javelin. And you can get some more kids here in just a minute because New Rockford Cheyenne's going to go to the second unit here in a moment because they lead 46-12 with just 7 minutes to play. Second down and 5. Simon rolling out to his right. Oh, he's got a man. Flips it out to Collier. Collier, boundary, touchdown. 6 TD passes for Easton Simon. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay. There wasn't too many easier than this one. It's going to be a longish replay, so we might have to duck out of this just for a second here as a 2-point conversion is underway. We'll come back to that Ryan Family Dealership replay in just a moment. First, the 2-point conversion. Simon looking left, slant, and he's got Paxton Nepple. 2-point conversion is good, and New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock punches up 6 more. We'll come back with that replay after this timeout. 54-12, your new score from New Rockford. 6:27 to play, 4th quarter on your BNC National Bank scoreboard.
In a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Now let's come back to that Ryan Family Dealership replay of that latest touchdown here for Easton Simon, number 6 on the day. Simon was back to pass. He flips it out. And yeah, you didn't get to see that one. My apologies.
Walker on the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Hyde returns it to the 35, 36, 37.
How about the jump on the 2-point conversions today? 2 for New Rockford Cheyenne. I mean, Simons hit Benz about 3 times. Engelbretson had a run. He gets Walford with a 2-point conversion where he muscled his way into the end zone. And then the last one to Paxton Nepple. Well, you're going to get some of the unit number 2 in there as get a flag in. Yeah, I think you're going to get too many guys out there again for New Rockford Cheyenne. That happens sometimes when you get that second unit out there. Our reminder, fans, stay tuned after the game. We'll have our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Motion by Freilich. Freeze. Fires it. Far sideline. Twisted down is Zach Bonagoski. And you're going to get some new guys in there for that Rockets defense. You get a tackle there for Leighton Jacobson. Leighton, the 180-pound sophomore. Freeze's pass is complete for just a yard. Bonagoski now 5 catches, 44 yards. Pine Fleck gets a handoff, angling right, and he's going to have a first down. Buries his way for about a 5-yard gain. Colton Green smacks him down there, but Pine Fleck gains 5. And with that running clock provision, things are going to go fast. Let's get some of these other guys in there. Well, it looks like you still got the secondary in there for... You got Schumacher in there now, Wolford, Almers, Easton Ben still in there. Might get some new guys up front, it looks like, for New Rockford Sheyenne as Freeze, rolling left, stops, fires, in and out of the hands of Trey Hyde. Incomplete. Kelton Freeze, 12 for 23, throwing the football today, 129 yards, got 1 TD, and he's been intercepted 4 times today as the sophomore QB for Grant County Flasher. 2nd down and 10 for the Storm from their own 47.5-yard line. And an I backfield. Freeze going to give it off to Weinberger, and he twirls his way into Storm territory. Looked like that was Thad Wabama, the sophomore, also in there. No, that was not Thad. It was Chaston Wabama, a sophomore, 220-pound defensive lineman. 3rd down and 7. Freeze bobbles the snap, picks it up, slings it. Hyde, big hit. Hit there by Grant Engebretson. Completed pass to Trey Hyde. Well, let's see if we can get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. That was too good of a hit to not. Yeah, right here. Bobbled snap. Throw it out to Hyde, and here comes Engebretson. Oh, yeah, good stick right there for New Rockford Sheyenne. Fourth and a long one. They'll hand it off to Weinberger, and he's got a first down. Knocked down by Grant Engebretson again. But Jason Weinberger is going to pick up 5, make it 6. He's got 10 carries now, 59 yards. And the clock quickly drips down to 2.5 minutes to play in the contest. Grant County Flasher got Hyde deep in the backfield, and they'll give it off to him. Squirting through a hole on the left side, angling back, and he's going to have a first down carry. He's gang tackled there. Wabama in there, Engebretson in there. And we'll get Hyde 12. He's got 8 carries, 59 yards in the contest. Reminder, after the game, we'll also have our player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. You can check in online with a hairstylist today. And we'll hand it off to Pine Fleck. Sheds 1 tackle. He can't get away. Wrapped up there by Malachi Kukowski. Trips up Pine Fleck after a gain of 5. I'll also give you all the final game numbers. We mentioned that move of the game brought to you by ServPro. Get you the player of the game. We'll get you BNC scoreboard update. And we'll get a word with one of the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets. As we're going to hand it off to Trey Hyde. He's bursting to the corner. Angling down to the 10. Flag flies in late. It might be a face mask at the end of that one, yep. Trey Hyde, he's going to get 11 on the gain, and then we're going to tack on some more. Yep, that'll go half the distance. And Grand County Flasher looking to end the season with a touchdown. New Rockford Sheyenne has pitched a shutout here in the second half. Grand County Flasher from the 5. Handoff Hyde. Slips, cuts, and he's stacked up at about the 3. Trey Hyde. Almer's in there. Along with Lucas Lattiser, 235-pound senior. Lattiser in on the stick there. Well, this might be the last play of the game. Grant County Flasher with 20 seconds to play. 2nd and goal from the 3. And they'll toss it wide side with a convoy. Hyde's going to cut it up, and he will slip his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Grant County Flasher. Trey Hyde, 3 yards to pay dirt. Got his touchdown, and that's going to end it. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that final touchdown right there. Trey Hyde will take it in from 3 yards out. 54-18 is your final score. Here's that final TD for the senior Trey Hyde. Got a little convoy going to his right. Good block on the edge there by Zinker. And Hyde marches his way in, and that will put a wrap on this one. We'll come back and wrap it up. Final score in your BNC National Bank scoreboard, 54-18, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock on to the semifinals next week. They'll be at home again as they win convincingly here. The #1 seed from Region 3 moves on. Postgame comes up next on the PSP Network.
Brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it. We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Back on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show, new Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, impressive. 54-18 over Grant County Flasher today. Your number 1 seed from Region 3 moves on. They'll have a date in the semifinals next week against West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn. And as part of our postgame, let's bring into the broadcast booth here. Yeah, none other than Eastern Simon. I'll get out of the way a little bit here, buddy. Congratulations, I guess, first off. That had to feel good, getting another W here at home. What was working? I mean, the passing game working again. You had time to throw. Lots of weapons. That's the first thing I want to talk to you about is just you got a plethora of guys that you just can throw the football to, and they just make plays.
Yeah, we got great athletes, great running core, great linemen. You know, we can lean on our linemen to block up if we need to run all game. We can do that, and then if it comes to it, we like to chuck it around. We got great athletes on the outside, so we're just able to chuck it up to them and they go get it.
Yeah, and for yourself, you got a lot of time back there. I guess that's the first thing. So kudos to those dudes up front. You get Carter blocking for you a lot. I mean, it's got to be fun because there's maybe a couple times today you got off your spot, so you just kind of pick your spots and throw it around the field.
Yeah, the lineman's unbelievable. I mean, all the work the linemen put in, running back, Carter, all the work they put in over the summer, over the years, it surely shows for me, and it surely makes my job a lot easier.
6 touchdowns today, 5 last week, 11 touchdowns in the postseason. And how much you guys worked all season, all off season? How much did that loss in the semifinals last year fuel this football team this year?
It was that's all we could think about all off season. That was just what you were working out. You were thinking about that, motivate us throughout the off season to get back to the semifinals, and hopefully we can get it done next week.
You know, the thing I like too is you guys don't huddle. I mean, kind of talk about that muddle huddle and just what that approach is, because man, you guys keep a lot of pressure on that defense, snap in and snap out.
Yeah, we just we like to play fast. You know, tire teams out even in the late games like this. Just try to run plays in right away and get going and try to get them tired and get them stepping back.
And next week, a date right here on your home field against West Hope Newburgh. The Glenburn, the Sioux come in. I mean, talk about this environment. It was pretty electric when you get the fans all the way around the field, people backed up with their tailgates and stuff. I mean, Rocket pride is evident every week here, right?
Yep, every week. You know, they deserve a trip to Fargo, I would say. So we gotta finish business next week. It's going to be a great game, great team coming in, and it'll be a fun game.
Awesome.
And fans will be right there with us. So.
Right on, man. Hey, great game today.
Thank you.
6 touchdowns. That's Easton Simon. We'll come back with more of our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show after this break on the PSP Network.
Brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Damn it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors.
For your small business, the best bank for your business will offer competitive fees and so much more. At BNC National Bank, our team is proud to offer you a helpful, supportive, above and beyond banking relationship. Starting to stress about the complexities of qualifying for a small business loan? BNC can guide you through the process with much less stress and likely far more success. Speak to one of our team members today. Member FDIC.
Our thanks to Easton Simon for joining us here on our post-game show on the PSP Network. Planning Team Financial Advisors brings you our post-game today, helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. Lots to get to here on our post-game, but first, let's run through the final numbers. Again, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. Total yardage looks like this. Grant County Flasher, 145 yards on the ground, 188 through the air, 333 yards total offense today for the Grant County Flasher Storm. They were outgained by New Rockford Sheyenne, who has 20 carries for 135 yards on the ground, 248 yards passing today for Mr. Easton Simon, 383 yards total offense for New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock. Individual numbers look like this. First for the Storm, Trey Hyde leads the way rushing, 11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown late for the senior for Grant County Flasher. Pine Fleck carries it 4 times for 8 yards. Jason Weinberger, 10 carries for 59 yards and a TD. Kelton Freeze, 4 carries for 12-yard loss, but 2 of those were 15-yard losses on sacks. Eli Ottmer, 1 carry for -1. Kelton Freeze throwing the football today, 12 of 24 for 134 yards. He's got 1 touchdown. He was picked off 4 times today. He had Brody Freilich completing 1 pass for 44 yards. Trey Hyde, 4 catches for 22 yards today. Zach Bonagaski got the party started great for Grant County Flasher. He had 5 catches, 44 yards, including that touchdown of 27 yards in the first quarter. Pine Fleck has 3 catches for 61 yards today. Jason Weinberger, 1 catch for 44. Brody Freilich, 1 catch for 11 yards. I take that back. Freeze was not intercepted 4 times today. One of those has to go to Brody Freilich, who threw the pick on a halfback pass. Grant County punted it twice. They were penalized 3 times, and they turned it over 4 times. Check that, 5 times. Those 4 interceptions and 1 punt or 1 fumble lost in the contest. Grant County Flasher will end their season at 6-4. Their 6-game winning streak comes to an end here at New Rockford. For the New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock Rockets today, they were led on the ground by the senior Carter Engebretson. 18 carries for 128 yards for him. Collier has 1 carry for no gain. Walford carried it 1 time for 7 yards. Easton Simon, have a day, young man. 10 of 16 throwing the football. Make that 11 of 16 throwing the football. 5 touchdowns and an interception today for the junior QB, Easton Simon. Bennett Meyer has one of those, a 70-yard TD. Paxton Nepple has 2 catches today for 4 yards. Cage Walford, 4 catches for 99 yards and 2 TDs. Easton Benz, 2 TDs and 63 yards receiving. And Braden Collier had a TD catch of 5 yards late in the contest. The Rockets punted the football twice today. They were penalized 9 times today. Yeah, so that's the one bugaboo today for the Rockets, as they lost a fumble today and Simon was picked off once. So 2 turnovers today, but they turned over the Storm 5 times today, did that Rocket defense. So there's your numbers, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. All right, let's give you a BNC scoreboard update, as most of these games are all finals now in the A and 9-man brackets. As first off, in the 9-man brackets, you have West Hope Newburgh Glenburn defeating Wyndmere Lidgewood 40-12. Lemoore Litchville Marion takes care of South Prairie Max 73-20. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Linton HMB leading Cavalier 30-18. And of course here, New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock winning big 54-18 over Grant County Flasher. In the 11A bracket, Kindred defeats Shiloh Christian today 39-20. Langdon area Edmore Munich roll Cardinals, baby, as Langdon goes on the road all the way out to Killdeer and wins a thriller 44-41 over the Killdeer Cowboys. The march continues for the Cards. I'm from Langdon, so that one feels good. Velva Drake Animus Garrison defeats Harvey Wells County 44-13, and at halftime, Central Cass shutting out Bishop Bryan 13-zip. There's your BNC scoreboard update. All right, fans, a couple things to take care of for us on our Planning Team Financial Advisor Shots Crossroads postgame. And first up, it's our move of the game, brought to you by ServPro today. ServPro's got 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's ServPro. And yeah, we talked about this during the course of the broadcast, but man, this one changed the game. It was midway through the second quarter, scores 22-12. Grant County Flashers got a chance to cut into that and maybe even close it within a point or two. And the next thing you know, Bennett Meyer has a pick at the goal line. Here's your ServPro move of the game. There you see the pick, and then Meyer was off to the races. That results in a 100-yard, interception return for a touchdown on a 4th down play for Grant County Flasher. There's the pick at the goal line. Just a lofted pass up, and Meyer turned on the jets, eluded a few tacklers, and that's your serve pro move of the game. The 100-yard interception return for a touchdown at the 6:22 mark of quarter number 2. And that changed the complexion of the entire contest. There's your serve pro move of the game. Serve Pro's got 24/7 emergency service, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. All right, fans, hey, be sure to stay tuned and like and follow us on our social media platforms of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram to find out where we'll be taking the PSP show next week as far as playoff action in North Dakota high school football. Volleyball action next week as well as we conclude the WDA volleyball season and get set for WDA volleyball tournament at Minot's. But yeah, just follow us, like us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and find out where we'll be taking the show on the road or staying home in Bismarck or Minot areas to bring you playoff football. All right, fans, last thing for us, it's our MVP of the contest brought to you by Sport Clips. Sport Clips brings you our MVP to game today, and they'll keep you looking your best. Checking online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. Well, man, you got Bennett Meyer that has a couple picks. He has a touchdown catch as well today of 70 yards. But, man, when your quarterback throws it the way he did today, Easton Simon, how about the day for him? 11 of 16, 248 yards on the day. He finishes the day, folks, with not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touchdown passes for Easton Simon today, and this one was a beauty. As he hits Bennett Meyer in stride there, how about this delivery? Got time in the pocket, step up, and hit your receiver in stride. Meyer took it to the house, and Easton Simon is your Sport Clips MVP of the contest today. 248 yards, 6 touchdowns, and the junior and the returning All-Stater, Simon, is your Sport Clips MVP. Sport Clips gets you that MVP experience. Check in online with a hairstylist today. Congratulations, Easton Simon. All right, fans, we couldn't do without these local sponsors bringing you today's 9-man playoff football game. Family Vision Clinic in Elgin and Bismarck. WRT, check out their co-op cash program. Fitterer Gas and Oil. More Grand Sioux. Watsky Electric in Elgin. Hager Excavating here in New Rockford. NDTC, your local broadband provider. You can check out them online at gondtc.com. Bank Forward in New Rockford. Community Credit Union. PJ Farm Supply, and Morgan Lease Insurance Service. Thanks to all those folks for making this broadcast possible. All right, fans, that'll do it for us. Big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, for bringing you our scoreboard today. You get our pregame sponsor, as always, Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Timeouts brought to you by First International Bank. Instant Replay sponsors, Ryan Family Dealership. Servpro brings you our move of the game and our red zone today. Wasn't much red zone action today, but all long touchdowns. Magic Towing, our halftime report. Planning Team Financial Advisors, and Shots Crossroads, our post-game show. Player of the game, Easton Simon. And your move of the game, the 100-yard interception return for Bennett Meyer. All right, fans, again, be sure to like and follow us on our social media channels and find out where the PSP Network crew is going to be heading next for our continuing coverage of the North Dakota football playoffs. For our camera operator today and producer, Johnny Haugen, great job today by John Todd Domres, repeating your final score. New Rockford Sheyenne Maddock, undefeated, 10-0 into the semifinals next week against West Hope Newburgh Glenburn. They win this one 54-18 over Grant County Flasher. Until next time, fans, thanks for joining us, and so long from New Rockford, North Dakota.
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.